And so we thought, well, let's kind of curb this right now, because you guys are here for a very important reason. That's to build your future. And we see that. And it's up to us to make sure that we protect your ability to build your future. And so we're going to be taking a very aggressive stance now to make sure that we have no outside distractors, anybody to cause you any grief or try to track your names down or anything else, because these people are just nothing more than bottom feeders, I like to call them, whatever. So we're doing that. It's gonna be really nice. But the big news is that we are also in the process with one of the guys that's on here right now, Jimmy, and he is helping us, and I think along with Ray and a few others, build a step-by-step how to get started, how to get your wallet set up, how to do anything involved in the platform. And we've been working on trying to do some videos, and we've had a lot of people reach out to us and say, if we just had a step-by-step, something that we could bring into a meeting, something that we could print out and allow us to do that. And, I've got to be honest, that made perfect sense. So we're working on getting that done for you right now, very quickly and very diligently and everything. The other thing I wanted to mention, and some folks have said, hey, we really need some customer support. We need some people that we can reach out to, do a chat, whatever. We're actually setting that up right now. We've got a group that we're talking to, and they are out of the country, but their English is very good, and they're going to be helping us with this. So they're going to have the ability to help you with any of those questions. And if there's something, we're going to have the ability to escalate it up, and we're going to get that handled and get it taken care of for you. So this is a good thing. This is something that's going to make it more simplistic. I know that a lot of the teams, whether it be over there in California or Utah and Texas, North Carolina, and overseas. And by the way, I do want to give a big shout out to our 5 guys over there in Haiti. I was talking to a guy today on there, kind of chatting back and forth, and I felt so bad. He said, have you forgotten about us over here in Haiti? And the fact is, no, we have not forgotten about you. We want to make sure that we reach out and help everybody, because we are global. We have people all around the world right now. And even though, a lot of us are over here in the United States, we forget sometimes the folks that are in these other countries and different time zones and everything else, that they need our help and support. And so we definitely want to do it. We actually have a lot of people over in Nigeria and everything. In fact, last time I checked, and I think it's been a few months, I used to tell everybody we have people in 165 countries, and I'm pretty confident that country number has grown quite large. The other thing I want to tell you is that if you're on this call right now, you probably also may have gotten a kind of a special invite and everything, because we had, I think, in the last 17 days, we had about 284, if I counted it right. And as I went through there and stuff, I sorted out the emails and got them over to one of our guys there in the Philippines and said, hey, do me a favor. Do send this email out to these folks too, specifically, and get them on here. So I was glad to see that he did that. I see the numbers are growing up pretty large and everything. The other thing I wanted to mention to you guys is, as we get going, there's been some folks that have said, hey, I got money from my DeFi wallet and I got it into my MetaMask or my Coinbase or whatever, but I didn't see the points in my back end go down as a result of pulling that money out. And I said, yep, you're right. And there was some confusion. So what's happening is we're going to be, once we get all the final touches on it, there's going to be almost like 2 systems, and we'll be working to start getting the other one integrated. And I'll explain how we do that in the future. And it's really going to turn out to be a payday for everybody. But we're also going to be asking everybody for their help and assistance. And
that makes sense.
This whole program is really predicated on us getting some very, very large numbers. And when I say large numbers, I'm
You're
talking
quite
upwards of
rich.
60,000+ people. We have some folks on here right now that are shareholders.
This is funny.
And
they've locked the meeting.
They will not be able to reap the benefits if we don't hit those high numbers like that. And so we're going to be tying kind of a joint incentive for everybody to help us reach that goal, whether you have shares or not, where you'll be also seeing a very nice payday at that time as well. So those are things we're going to be covering.
We will get some information about this.
I want you to know that we are extremely focused on your
to show you that
success.
Running
we
a scam
are extremely focused on your financial well-being, and we are just grateful beyond words that we're right now at that point in time that we can get the customer service in place that we need to have, get the how-to documents that we need to have
always a
right
startup,
now,
isn't it?
And to
another
get
startup.
everything
Yep.
to
It's
a
going to
point.
be this and going to be that.
I'm sorry, and get everything to
Nothing's
a point.
Actually,
if crypto didn't exist, there would be no startup.
This will be absolutely the best program you've ever seen, and that to me will be a tremendous opportunity for everybody. And so not this coming Thursday, but the next Monday we should have that link in the back end.
Oh, yes.
Just snake oil fortune telling.
Some very unique changes in the site and everything, because we are now positioning ourselves to start that trip.
The meeting is locked. However, I believe they will open it up.
So we're going to have to do some
soon
changes to the platform. We're going to have to make some other changes. So we're even going to have to brand this just a little bit differently to make all that work right. And so the changes are going to be very exciting. It's going to attract even more and more.
We're never going to have a product.
And because you guys have the vision,
same shit,
and the patience, and the
I'm such a nicely spoken man. I mean, I wouldn't lie to you.
I say just just great luck.
I've been
being at the right place
MLM
at the right
for years.
You guys are going to benefit greatly because of your timing and your faith and confidence and trust.
I'm trying to get a logo
in the people that brought you to this program. So I just want to say thank you guys.
Thank you guys.
You are appreciated more than you could possibly imagine.
Oh, I can imagine.
And we are looking forward to a very, very exciting time working with each and every one of you guys. And that being said, Jay, I'm going to pass it back to you so you can hand it off to the next person.
So how many people they got here? 160 odd people.
Alrighty, almighty.
186.
Okay. Let's see. This is pretty much all we have for this evening.
Okay.
Because
we're
live on the YouTube
on Thursday that we will be doing an update and letting everyone know
what is scammers
happening. So again, I want to thank you for bringing it personal. You didn't have to deliver it secondhand or anything of that particular nature. So, Brad, you have anything? Doc, Bell, or any of you guys before?
No, we've got nothing.
We mosey on.
Mosey on.
Want to hear from Jeff or?
Oh yeah, we need to introduce Jeff if y'all haven't met him yet. Jeff?
Oh yeah.
Jeff, would you like to say a few things real quick?
Oh, you bet. Hey, first of all,
it's not going to be an interview.
Thanks for bringing this to the marketplace.
It's going to be a pitch.
I've been with Robert almost from the beginning.
Oh, that makes it good.
And when he first shared this with me, I didn't know what an NFT was, didn't know anything about anything.
Didn't you?
And but the more I figured out what was going on, the more excited I got. And so what I did, and my expertise is building systems to help startups. And so we actually created a system.
All the poos and wees.
And we make it available to anybody who's
Look at this guy.
rewards for free.
I know.
And then I've actually built
another
tutorial
ripened scammer ready to scam the elderly.
Tutorial videos to onboard.
I'm just
and so if y'all want to have access to that, it's free. You just in fact, can I put it in the chat, Robert, for them to join iMetaTool, or how do you want to do that?
Let's do that when we get ready to do that. Let's put it in the company email system.
Okay.
And we'll just
we had you onto Zoom, and they said it's okay for us to promote multiple marketing scheme.
I love.
Are they kidding me?
I look at the weekly meetings we have as cement meetings. I don't look at them as exposure meetings.
Well,
I like to use tools
you're exposing everybody. I'm grabbing the whole
efficiency.
database as we speak.
And then, like, our goal is to get 60,000 people in this ASAP. And one of the rules
60,000 people to rip off
is all large organizations are made up of small groups.
Right, I've got all the database
so really what
names.
you got to get good at, you get
everyone in this meeting
is 20 people together. And then once you got 15 to 20 people together, you're going to find out 4 or 5 of them will surface to the top as having the skill set to put a group of 15 to 20 together. And so what your goal is to get that pod of 15, 20 people put together, and you use tools.
Your 3 people get 3 people. Those 3 people get 3 people.
And when someone
and before you know it, you scam the whole earth.
And they believe enough, and it's free to join. I tell everybody, if somebody's if they don't have enough gumption to join NFT rewards for free, I don't have time to talk to them. But if they join for free, then my next step.
Because if they ain't got no money, you ain't gonna talk to them.
That live event to build their belief, 100-fold. And then, getting all I did is I put together some simple onboarding steps. So as I help them,
simple onboarding steps gives you money.
As fast as I possibly can.
If you can't give me a job where you pay me to do the job, then you don't have a product, you don't have a service, you don't have a company. You're a scammer.
Automated. Now I'm confident within 15 minutes, a person who doesn't know anything about crypto, that we can get them set up and we can get them onboarded.
Listen to it. Oh my God.
We can get them and their whole friends and family scammed. They're all in one night.
Now, you guys, you got to take the harnesses off. You got to take it. You got to go after it, and you got to.
I was just interviewing the guy,
and then again, the tools that we create will assist you.
Don't worry, it's going to be famous soon.
Acquisition and conversion. And again, anything that we can do, we're here for you, and we won't charge you a dime for.
Oh, we won't charge you a dime.
Awesome.
Yeah, we won't charge you a dime to rip you off.
I don't think the people on here knew that service was free. They didn't realize that we had worked with you.
So it's a free service.
Doing that, so
it's an evolutionary product that does not yet exist, but we're still a company.
Sorry.
Thank you, Jim.
all right.
Yep. Thanks.
Well, guys,
change the whole world.
Today is Monday. We're going to have more information. We want to hopefully by Thursday be able to show you that new direction we have to take and everything. New name, everything else. Get ready for it.
New name,
great, and we will be able to hopefully show some stuff in the back end. We're talking about the new features and everything.
More.
And believe it or not, as we're talking, as soon as I get off this call, I'm getting ready to get on yet another Zoom call for customer support.
Who would have known?
That now want to talk. So, guys, again, I'm gonna jump off, and I thank you guys very much for being on here tonight. And we look forward to helping everybody.
Let them know we're here.
And everybody you know.
Scum of the earth lives on Zoom.
And grow your business big. Thanks again, guys.
Thank you, John.
Thanks,
Grow
Robert.
your business
Thanks,
big.
Okay.
What if
All right,
my
guys.
business is already big?
We and ladies and gentlemen, we thank you again, and we will be back on next Thursday with more information. And thanks again for joining us tonight. Have an awesome rest of the evening, and we'll see you next
Can't turn your
Thursday.
video on.
All right. Good night, everybody. See y'all Thursday.
All right.
Hopefully
That's
Thursday we can break
miracle
it
cash.
all down.
No miracles. No
Yeah.
cash. Just a bunch of
Wait.
scammers being broadcasted live by the
Y'all
Crypto
come.
Ponzi Scheme Avenger and the Avengers.
Right. Good night for now. Short and sweet.
Good night, everybody.
Yeah,
God
whatever.
bless.
See you guys. See you in the next live. Thanks for the tip there, Bob. Good hunting. Broadcasted their meeting and they didn't want to. So what a absolutely just pathetic, isn't it? I just can't get over that these guys keep it going, you know? I mean, what the hell are they thinking? They're just mental.
Okay, here's where we're at, Danny boy.
Yep.
The world does not know how fast I'm driving at 70 miles an hour. The whole rest of the world does not know that you're a day ahead of me. The whole YouTube audience would be on here. Everybody that could ever click on the channel would be on here if they knew what was really going on, because they would want to get behind stopping the next person from ripping somebody off. So we have a way that we are bringing awareness to the whole world about crypto scams, cyber world, scam artistry. But what we were talking about earlier, I had to jump off, is that we have like a mechanism now. The people that we reached out to in Brazil, they reached out to us. There's always room for a collaboration, but what is always happening is that the government doesn't take over. So if another $1 billion gets ripped off, the government's never going to be the one to lead the way. That kind of stuff, died in like the 70s or the 80s or something, where the government really actually does something. So I suggest to the whole world right now that we create our own token. We create our own methodology to keeping everything on the blockchain. And every new opportunity like this Miracle Cash, every new blockchain Web3 idea, they go through us. And we create on a blockchain in the real time. Never is it going to leave the blockchain with a timestamp, without a timestamp, where it says, okay, this is the new one. And we're just going to open the floodgate for opportunity for people to call in and say, this is the new one. This is the new one. This is the new one. We were on to something like a month ago when the one gal called and was exposing Boomerang. So it's not far-fetched that when we have the correct database of real time, just as much as we show your channel being on air for 2 years already, of, like you say, the people that landed on the bottom of the cliff. If we can show that those people are on the top of the cliff and they're not choosing to fully go over the cliff yet, but they can dial in the number on the blockchain, and then we show that to the government, we force the government to act. And it becomes like a hotline for the world to act on showing and exposing these people with us. So we got this guy, Crypto G, that comes on. He's got his own channel on YouTube. Go check it out. It's called Crypto G. And he has the expertise to bring forward. We're asking all of YouTube, we're asking the whole world, we're asking the government to create this connection, this channel between the real life scams that are taking place on these Zoom calls and the Google, what's it called? Google Place or something like that. And all the other channels, the WhatsApp, the Telegrams. We need everybody to know that we are not the ones that are going to bust them. All we can do is shove it in their face. But if we force the government to play their hand, this stuff can end. So please come on board and talk about what your friends or your family have been involved with. The people in Brazil did not want to bring anybody on the line in the future. They didn't, acknowledge that they have anybody, but they did say that they'll have their friends or family members talking for them, as far as they're being the one that got ripped off. They don't want to go live. So if we create the anonymity that is needed in this blockchain stuff, I think it's going to go a long way. Like dialing 911, every time you see a new one, it gets reported, documented in real time on the blockchain.
Yeah, reach out to me on my my website, find my contact details, and if you see these Zoom meetings live, I mean, a good testimony to what we've just done now, if you go and look in the chat room of this here, or you go to my YouTube channel, this was all, I've done the thumbnail, I've done the description, I've done the title, and we've got this out there. And also, we'll keep an eye on when they go live again, and we're just going to hit live. This is just like, I mean, I don't know. I haven't even had breakfast yet. It's 1:30. My partner said to me, come on, have lunch. And my dinner's going cold. But I think we've done a good job of exposing Miracle Cash and their load of bullshit that they're giving people. It's just every time I see it, it's just friggin' overwhelms me that these guys can sit here and tell them they've had meetings with Zoom and they're going to ask Zoom to increase their security so that these guys, Section 8 of Zoom says that you're not allowed to promote multi-level marketing, and they're sitting here in front of you on Zoom telling you that they're talking to Zoom about being able to make the security better for people who are running multi-level marketing opportunities. I mean, what the heck? I mean, come on. I mean, the bullshit they spill out just to convince you that it's real and genuine, it still blows me away, even though I've been doing this for 3 years now. It's just stupid.
It's like screenwriters. It's like Hollywood writing a new play, writing a new screenwrite. It's like, wow, where do they come up with this stuff? But they do. You can't come up with it, but they do.
As they literally say, you can't make this shit up, mate.
Yeah, it gets more engrossed every day because they can't go back. What, you know, the ICO, that Bitcoin movie on Netflix explains it all. Ever since the ICO started with all this tokenization, all this coin stuff, crypto stuff, they can never go back. They can never go back and be like, we want to start from nothing. We have nothing, but we want to make something different that has not been done. And nobody has the balls or the honor, the respect of being a good person to start from there. But that's all it takes. That's all it takes for us to expose them to the world for what it is. Like next to the governments, let me say this real quick, Danny. Next to the governments being evil and doing all kinds of atrocity around the world, all the governments individually. Next to that is this crypto stuff, because nobody realizes the magnitude of all the people's life savings, the people that have given their lives up to suicide because of this life circumstance that they brought themselves into, that they did not know that there was an option at the end. So it's life shattering instead of life changing.
Yep.
What were you gonna say?
Oh, I can't remember, mate. I'm just trying to get this. I've got to go.
You said you got something else coming up.
Well, no, I haven't. I've got to feed myself because I've been going since whatever they dot this morning at 5:30 in the morning. I got out of bed. But I really wanted to make sure that this is, I just thought I saved everything. So this is Miracle Cash and More. And if you listen to their propaganda, you would, Tammy Jackson is promoting this. Tammy Jackson is a bottom feeder. And it just blows you away that these guys, literally Tammy Jackson come out with 2 new Ponzi schemes this week, last week, in the last 7 days.
Right.
And it's just like, they just give it up already. Go get a job. You know, we're literally we're on the tail fighting these guys. But yeah, there's another one. So I've got a good shot of that guy, and we'll just do our best to create as much awareness around this as we can. And I'm just looking at the last time they went live. One thing I might do on this one, which I don't normally do, but I'm going to actually publicly dox people. Now, what I mean by that is, I don't care who you are. If you're in these meetings and you've got your real name on these meetings, I'm going to publicly put your name in the description of this video, which might seem quite hard going. But what I want to do is I want you to make you aware that you can either hide your identity and don't use your real name. But if you're stupid enough to be in here, you're going to be guilty until proven innocent. And that means that you can go through here and see if your name is mentioned in the list. And if so, don't get in these Zoom meetings and don't encourage and don't swarm into these meetings of propaganda and lies, because you're part of the culture of people that it's herd mentality, because there's 180 other people in here that haven't stood up for themselves and said, you guys are scammers. Look, I was trying to turn my camera on another window over here and trying to do it, but they locked the meeting down. Why the hell would a legitimate company lock the meeting down? Why would they make outrageous claims? Because of that
herd mentality. They know that they can only pull that stuff off because they're creating a hype. They're creating a cult mentality behind the camera. And if they really had a product, they would not need the engagement of Zoom. They would do a webinar format where it would be a recording, and then you could answer questions after. After you witnessed an hour-long speech by somebody about a product, about a service, but they know that they never have a service. They know that they never have a product. That's why they get away with it.
And their product is actually lies. That is their product.
To just see through that. That alone right there is all you need.
Yep. Yeah, no, it's just absolutely breathtaking. But I mean, hey, we do it all the time. But this is great. This is great that we've got the Avengers out there. This meeting went live. Within 5 minutes, we were live. We were broadcasting. And we are naming and shaming people who are out there running or promoting a Ponzi scheme or a scam. And that's been, I don't believe the government's going to step in and do anything. So I'm a vigilante.
Yep.
I'm quite happy to be that.
Yep.
I'm an activist with my other friends. They can go stick their neck out as much as they can.
Right.
And that's just
look at it like this. Look at it like this when it comes to doxing, Danny. When people see that what we're doing is on the sharp, pointed, cutting edge of what needs to take place by the government. It's supposed to be in the government's hand to have regulators in place ahead of the game, ahead of the scam, ahead of the Ponzi scheme, beforehand, like police going up and down the block on parole, on patrol. Because they don't do that, that's why I go out here and I don't give a crap about my name, because all it's going to take is one person to help us implement the right structure of making like a 1-800 number to call. And once we have that list of 100 of these Ponzi schemes and scams, we're going to do this stuff every single day with complete anonymity, because somebody will fund us to do it, because that's how much justice is needed in the earth today. There are people out there with money that will take care of this with us and for us. So don't be fearful about the fact that somebody's going to sue you. Think about how many billions of dollars have been ripped off from people, and somebody got a slap on the wrist for it.
Yeah.
I'd rather go to prison for five years because I brought these rap bastards down.
Same.
Knowing I'm going to lose my. Well, go ahead.
Hold on, I'm just going to say something. Hold it. Paragraph and separate by a comma. I just want to show you guys. That's just me having to spell something. Separate by a comma. I'm going to show you guys, because in a few minutes you'll be able to go into the description of this very video and just see what extent that we're going to name and shame anyone who wants to play around with this game. So you were in this meeting just a few minutes ago, and everybody's usernames, there was 180 people's usernames in that meeting. And I've got all your names and usernames, and they're about to go into the description of this video. And I basically want you guys to see that we mean business. If you want to hang out, this means that we can literally, so the guy that was in the meeting, I don't really name, and I'm going to say people in attendance of this Zoom, people in attendance of the Zoom meeting. And so let's see what happens here. And we've got nicknames, usernames, and everything. So if you're one of those people, now my description's too long, but that won't matter. Over 6,000, stay vigilant, conscious. So I've got a description that we've got another one, lack of multi. So actually, I'm just waffling on here, not making much sense and sounding like a blithering idiot. I've just gone through and I've got Tammy Jackson and Bianca Banton, who's a famous singer, would you believe, or famous. I've actually gone through here and added all the red flags to this Ponzi scheme that we've just seen, and we've put all the names to the people that are actually in this meeting, people in attendance of the Zoom meeting, and save. So we're done and dusted, Rich. I've got to go, mate. You're awesome. Yep. Thanks so much for your support. I just think that we will do this. We'll knock the monkey out. But that was just a mini, what do you call it? Blast of exposing a scam called Miracle Cash. Oh my God, they just keep on going. So I'll catch you in the next one. I'll give you a ring after I've had my breakfast, even though it's 1:30 in the afternoon. All right, mate. I'm Danny de Hek, aka the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger. And Richard's one of my Avengers, and he's friggin' awesome. And we're here to make a difference. We want to stop these scams. We want to make it hard for them to get traction, and we want to make them look like liberating idiots. So thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next live.